Hello, you guys. Welcome back to another Revevolve webinar series. And today we talk about an important part of the whole dashboard, that is edit configuration. Without edit configuration, I think any user or any client cannot set the user forecast, the budget, season, ceiling and floor values, then the color coordinations, market segments, like how to map the market segments of your property to the Revevolve platform. So we'll see all this in edit configuration. So before anything, let's just dive into the video. And we have 10 to 12 tabs in which email scheduling, widget configuration, rate shop, everything will cover in this video, right? So let's just start it with the tab first. So here I have one of my properties selected, and here you can see we have edit configuration button. So when we click on this, we'll see all the tabs over here. And the first tab is setting tab. So setting tab, here you can select the default forecast type. Like if you want to show for all your widgets, like the default forecast would be a NOAA forecast, RMS forecast, user forecast, or maybe a system forecast. So you can select directly from here. Then your star ID would be depend on what property you have, and you have the total inventory rooms of your particular property. Then when you click on submit, it will be shown on every widget and whatever the configuration you have set. Then here we have room type mapping. So when user gives the room type mapping to us, then we will definitely do it by ourselves. But if they want to do it, then they need to add here their room codes, their room names, then the mapping room names, which is similar to the room code, then the total rooms they have. And if they want to add more, then click on the add from here and just add the another room type mapping and click on the submit button, and it will affect in whatever widget it will be configured, right? So this is how a room type mapping works. Then next we have market segment. So this is a market segment in which we can see all the market segments over here, and whatever market segment your particular property is or will be have the data or the rooms for that type, then he or she can select like concert area, wholesale, OTA, unmapped, corporate, negotiated. So for this particular property, we have around all the ticked market segments. So we can select the market segments from here, then click on the submit, and it will affect in the market segments section over here. Then we have rate shop, in which we can see we have channel, rate type. So what is the default value of channel? So here in rate shop, what we provide is we can give you like option of selecting channels like Expedia, booking.com, whatever from which like we get the data from, and which rate we want to show. So here we have select the bar rate. If you want to show the lowest, you can click on the lowest. That's perfect. Then click on the submit button and you will see the effect of it. Then here rate shop configuration, we provide like we give a 7-day, 30-day, 90-day and 365 days of rate shop with the competitors rate including our rate. So we have selected guest 2, length of stay would be 1, and we have a different time zone based on the currency. And click on the submit and you get to know your rate shop configuration. Then we have competitor properties over here with the channels, with the brands, weightage, the type. They want to select the primary or the secondary or the self property, your self property, and then click on the submit, and you can see here in day by day strategy, you'll see the rate shop part in the last, and it will affect all the configuration that you selected here will affect in the last part. Yeah, so as we can see from here, we have all our competitors rate shop along with their composite average, the CLY and LY, right? So this is how it will show here in the widgets. Then we are done with the setting, market segment and rate shop. Then we can see here we have a I button in which we see that the message appears there are 53 rate code in this hotel that are not mapped to any market segments. So here we can see sometimes what happened that when the direct bookings are coming or when like last minute bookings coming, the front desk people what they do not map that segment into particular segments like group, employee or government. It just went it to the unmapped session and it will marked as the unmapped market segment. So that's why we like remove that unmapped and telling the client or the user to map that particular rate plans or rate codes to whichever the market segment was would be. So here we can see this all rate codes, the 53 rate codes that were unmapped in here. You just click over here and select whatever the segment it will be. Select if it was a bar based rate code or not. Also select the channel partners from here on drop down box, and you can select whatever the channel it will be. Also select if you want to like if you have that information like rate code type, whether it is high or low. Then we have here an import and export list. So what this will do is whether like suppose one client has same, let's say Hilton property, they have two different properties which is belongs to Hilton property, right? So they can, if they want to map one particular property, same market segment, to the another market property, so he or she can just export like from one property and import over here, like choose a file and then click on the import, and you'll see that same market segment that appear in your first Hilton property would be seen in the second Hilton property, right? So this is how rate plan works. Then we have budget. So here, what happened in budget, we have like from January to December for this year, we have all the months, right? So here we can see that right now April is running. So here the budget, the target we can see here in the annual summary part. If you don't know, I'll show you here. So this values is given or it's put by the user. So here, when you click on the budget part, you can add for all the dates, like total rooms sold and total revenue as their particular date target value, that will be considered as a target value. And you can also add your here like the market segments for that date, like what will be the wholesale one, what is the brand discount. Likewise, and just click on the submit button over here, and you can see the effect in the annual summary or wherever the budget is used. So likewise you can do for all the months. Then you can also see if you want to see like 2025, like what is the budget, then you can also see from here. Then same as budget, we have user forecast that is entered by the user side, and they give us like they give the user forecast values based on like the historical data, in which they enter the total room sold, total revenue. Just like budget, it will enter for the specific dates, like whatever they want as their user forecast would be look like. So yeah, this is the same. Just click on the submit and you'll see effect overall. Then we have events. So here we have events in which like we have, I think for this month or for this year, we have all our holidays and the long weekends are. So here we can add like New Year is for 1st of January 2026. Still, we have a lot of holidays over here. If you want same holiday patterns for all your property, just download the template from the one property and add it to any other property that you want the same holiday impact. So that's how you can add. You can sync also. You can, if you want to add more holidays or events, then you just click on the add and you'll see this form. You just enter the names, event types, whether it will be holiday or it will. Yeah, also we have one more thing which is interesting, that let's say if the holiday is near the weekend, like Friday it would be holiday, then Friday, Saturday, Sunday would be considered as a long weekend, right? So if you want to add, like right now it is Easter week, right? So if you want to add that in the long weekends for your property, then you can select here, just enter the name, select holiday, the impact of the holiday, and from start date and date you just selected, and here just click is long weekend, then it will show effect on the calendar part. So that how this event and long event and holiday works totally. Then here you can see for all this, it is also editable if you want to change anything after submitting. So you can check. Then we have season. You know, the season is used in pricing ladder, right? As we have seen in our earlier videos. So season is one of the major part of pricing ladder, where we can select the ceiling and the floor values. So here, for example, right now it's April 2026. Just click on the edit button over here, and it will open a pop-up in which you can select your ceiling rate, your floor rate, and your let's see here, weightage. Yes. Then if you want to jump based on like one step or 1.02, 1.03, then you can just select long jump, high jump, short jump, and base jump from here. Then you enter your start date, end date, your expected occupancy, if you have your expected ADR revenue with your actual ADR and occupancy. And then you can here see we have levels from 0 to 9. Here we are giving the price according to how selling floor is, how like selling and floor values are there. So based on that, we'll give for all the Mondays to till Sundays for that month. Then if you want to change anything, just enter anything and just click on the submit, and it will affect in your pricing ladder. Okay, so that's how the seasonal works for pricing ladder. Then we have a more option in which I think bar config is not much more effective. So we have rate config, in which we can see all the colored bars, like in annual summary, in strategy, like in a group block and groups, we can see all the color strategy. Here you can select it. If you want minimum as 100 and max as 0, you can just select this will be the green. If you want to add more, you can add from here. What is your title would be, what is your mean percentage, max percentage, and your selected color. Here are some rules that if like your rate would be average and it's go above the 10% among all the competitors, and show this rule is for like the competitors, right? So that's how this color coordination works over here. Then we have notification config. We can see here we have 85 notification also. So based on that, we can see here if we want rate plans threshold would be $65, then we got a notification based on your preference, based on how your property works, how property is performing. You can just select like here reservation rate would be less than 10% and it would be greater than or equal to 25% by rate of the day area. Then you want a notification. Then if you want your 1 day pickup threshold would be, let's say 5, then you get the notification. If you want, let's say 10, then you just save it from here, and whenever the pickup 1 day pickup would hit more than 10, you will get a notification. Likewise, we have a lot of notification over here like ADR check, average comp set, booking curve, flight, impactful, and everything. So that's how the notification config works. Then we have widget config. So widget config, you can see under some of the widget, we have AI commentary box or AI summary box. So that will be selected from here. Like if you want seasonality analysis to generate the commentary, the AI commentary or summary, then just click over here and say click on the save button and it will be generated there. If you have not seen, I'll show you. Here is a commentary box. So when the widget is load, let's go to any other summary, maybe it will be quick. So okay, so here you can see we have 11 comments. So this is how you can get, like if you want to generate for whatever widget you want that is shown in the widget configuration part, you just click the checkbox and you got the AI commentary or AI summary for that widget. So that's how widget config work. Then we have demand score. So we can see over here in that demand score here under the tool, you can see demand score, right? So how the demand score works. So here we have 10 KPIs where which like when you onboard the property, it will be set default. But whenever you want to adjust based on what you want as the first priority, then the weightage based on weightage, which KPI should be contain this weight, which KPI contain this rate. So you can adjust accordingly, right? So here we have the default weightage percentage would be like 216 to like we can see here rolling 28 days average by day of week would contain 16% weight, which is default weight. Then you can adjust the min and max also. You can adjust by 0 to 13 days, but like in 0 to 13 days for the month, you want to more focus on rolling 28 days average by day of week. If you want your current versus STL by weightage, you can click on any of this and you can edit this number and select the submit button and click on the submit button over here, and you can see the effect of demand score here in the demand score widget, right? So this is all how like you want the category to change like A, B, C. And if you want your weight to change like your default weight to be always this much, then you just click on it. So this is how the demand score and the KPIs and everything works. Then last we have snapshot email schedule, which I have covered in one of my video. So I'm covering it again. So here what happened is that we have a report section over here on the panel. We have daily snapshot, weekly snapshot, and monthly snapshot. So what happened is revenue managers wants, or hoteliers general manager wants the report in which like the common API they will see that how the hotel is performed yesterday. So based on that, they take the decisions for the next days, right? So they want one type of report to see every morning. That's why here we have the feature. So this is the daily snapshot. This is how it's look like. The same view will go in the mail, whichever the mail that we have selected in the email snapshot part. So here we have email snapshot here. So we can click on add and we'll see we have a snapshot list that we have on our left panel. You can send any of the widget. For now, we'll click on daily snapshot. You can select any widget that you want to select or you want to send to the revenue manager or you want to send to yourself. You can select here like you want to send daily, weekly, or monthly to the particular person or revenue manager. Let's click on daily, then select any time zone as per your need, like on whatever which location revenue manager is or your client is. Then select the time zone over here. You can type any of the time that you want to select and you want to send it. Then add any of your email if you want to use. If you have entered earlier, then you can see in the default part, but if you are new, then you can just write your email over here, click on the add button and click on the submit, and you can see a log on the screen, and you will find it out that it will work. Here if you want to stop it after creating or after some days, here we have toggle button which you can click on to pause the email that we send to your email address, right? So yeah, that's it. Hope you like it. And if you want to see this type of widget, schedule your demo today. And if you are not a client of Revevolve, then we are happy to show your hotel live data through Revevolve lens. And yeah, hope to see you soon. Thank you for your time.